playground with the Murphys.
Yes, it's time, Anna Murphy. We need to head over to the RSPCA and talk to Marlena Lopez. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
We need to talk to you about spring because my puppy last night started sneezing his ass off. Is it because of spring? Is it because of the pollens? What's going on?
Yeah, so springtime marks the start of the warm weather months, which definitely presents unique challenges for pets and pet parents alike. And the spring normally brings an increased number of cases to veterinary clinics, so we tend to see more road traffic accidents with, like you said, allergies, sneezing in our pets, cat fights, dog bites, unwanted litters, and more.
Do they get all a bit feisty at this time? Because I was at the park yesterday and there was this little boy dog that wouldn't leave my little girl dog alone.
It's spring.
And the owner was like, time. "Oh, he usually only chases the boys, and
not in spring.
He wouldn't leave her alone." Is this is what happens? This is what we can expect?
So you do see an increase of sexual behavior as the warmer weather is approaching, and animals like cats are long-day breeders, and so as we're heading into the summer months, they are going to see attempts for mating behavior.
Right, okay,
Marlena,
so they're getting frisky.
What about things like, I understand there's a lot of parasites around at this time of the year as well.
So the warm weather and rain also will bring about insects and parasites. So it's really important. I recommend to have an overall parasite control program, which is inclusive of year-round heartworm preventative as well as the flea and tick control.
Yeah, my puppy's been scratching a little bit more this week, I think, because of the warmer weather. So if the flea, is it okay to just do the ones on the back of the neck, or do they need to have, like, the ones that they ingest, or is it whatever the animal can take?
Yeah, so when it comes to parasites, there's kind of two groups of parasites. There's the external parasites or ectoparasites, and these live on the outside of our pet's body, like fleas, ticks, mites. And then there's also a group of internal parasites that these are mainly consistent of worms, such as lungworms, intestinal worms, and heartworms.
Right.
So they do have, it depends on which brand you use, so you just want to make sure to choose a brand that's inclusive of all of those.
Of all of it, okay.
Now, this time of the year, the dogs, puppies, everything, they're going to get more exercise out in parks and stuff. Microchips are really important. I thought all dogs had to be microchipped.
In order to register with the council, the council does require microchipping. So it is, especially during the warm weather months, we're going to be taking more trips to the park, there's longer walks, and there's a lot more chances for a pet to wander off. So please make sure to microchip your dog, your cat, and also provide them some sort of identification to make sure they're wearing a tag that's imprinted with your contact details. So if they do wander off, it significantly increases the chance of them being able to return home to you.
Okay, and also, Marlena, what about spring plants and flowers? Because obviously we like a lot of flowers, but some of them are actually dangerous and poisonous, aren't they?
Yeah, so now there's going to be gardening in full swing, and it's really important to pay special attention to toxic plants that are accessible to your cat or dog. So some popular outdoor plants that are toxic to our pets include lilies, sago palm, daffodils, azaleas, aloe vera, and that's just to name a few. But there's a complete list of plants that are toxic to your pet at the RSPCA website.
Okay, awesome. And what about, so what do we do if they're getting itchy eyes? And I mean, I've got a cat that does nothing else except eat and make hair. And now she's...
and make hair.
Make hair, and then she drops the hair.
Put on this earth to do.
Now she started sneezing. I'm like, well, that's your fault, mate. Is there anything I can do about that?
Well, most springtime allergies are caused by some sort of environmental exposure. So common, say, dog or cat allergies include grass, weed, tree pollens, and the best way to avoid clinical signs is to avoid the allergen, but oftentimes when something like pollen, it's really hard to avoid something that's really kind of ubiquitous.
Right.
And these allergies can really make our pets miserable. Like with dogs, that they can cause secondary skin, paw, or ear infections that won't go away without medical intervention.
Okay.
And then so if you have any concerns with your pet, veterinary clinics are open as an essential service. And if you're concerned, your vet will be as well. Okay. And really the best treatment is preventative and proactive care rather than reactive care.
Well,
good
thank
information.
You
I love
so
that.
much. It is very important because we are obviously, not only are we getting hay fever and allergies, but our pets can as well. So thank you, Marlena, for joining us this morning.
Marlena, just before you go, what's your favourite ABBA tune?
Oh, definitely the Dancing Queen.
Dancing Queen. Another vote for Dancing Queen.
Another vote. Dr. Marlena Lopez, thank you for your time this morning on Joy.
Thank you guys so much.
I had a dream that someday I would just fly